Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are here, out here in nature, baby. That beautiful, good-ass prana, sniffing it up. Are you in resistance to something right now and it's driving you crazy? And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Yeah. So I got a question in from the Snapchat. Can I talk about releasing resistance? Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. I used to work 12-hour days. Yes. Can you imagine? I used to wake up, it was dark. And then when I left work, it was dark. I had no life. It was terrible. Don't work 12-hour days. And nowadays, I just chill in nature and stuff and wake up with a bunch of grapes in my mouth. I'm a fan of Bruce Lee, and he had the 1-inch punch. And this video is about resistance. What I learned from Bruce Lee was that he went like this to someone, and then they went flying. Like, where the hell did you go? Even the cat down the road was surprised. Now, what's the secret of that when it comes to resistance? You see, what I found myself doing for a long time was using a lot of force, working 12-hour days, and getting very little back in return. A lot of force, little power. Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch, little force, lots of power. Slow motion that side. I realized that sometimes you just have to relax and everything will take care of itself. So I love sports. I love watching athletes, the drive, the determination, the motivation, the perseverance, baby, more so the passion. Okay, I train athletes. As a psychologist, I talk about the subconscious mind, how to go to the next level. The greatest athletes in the world have the perfect cadence. What am I talking about? Cadence is the perfect rhythm. If you watch someone running a race, or maybe it's you or me, like when I skate, if I'm using if my facial expressions are like that, it means I'm not going to land the trick. When I relax and find the perfect rhythm, the perfect cadence, I usually land it most of the time. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the 10 breakthrough solutions that I use every single day that has helped me along my journey. And you've heard me say resistance makes stronger. Okay, that is true. And when I talk of resistance, sometimes your immune system, you need resistance when it comes to certain diseases out there. That's beautiful. But that's not what I'm talking about. This resistance, I'm talking about how it affects our lives in so many ways, and it doesn't help us to become our greatest version. So the 10 breakthrough solutions, let's start with the first one. This is what's helped me along my journey. When I first started making YouTube videos, nobody was making it. Like, in terms of what I was talking about. So I was like, oh, that's pretty strange. But that put a lot of pressure on me because I'm a pioneer of this stuff. So I would try to edit videos as much as I can, like cut here. Oh, I messed up a word, cut there. It was a nightmare. And it would take a long time just to edit one video, sometimes 5 hours. And I would miss like the beautiful sunshine, coming to yours, going to the beach. Yeah, it would just wasn't fun. So fast forward a few years, where I am right now, I don't edit videos. And people always ask, Ralph, gosh, why not? Because I say I don't need to. I would rather show people my mistakes to show people it's okay to make mistakes. Can I get a hello? Do you think I really care about messing up a word? There are far more serious things I've got to worry about. Actually, I don't worry that much, but I do sometimes, okay? Like, when I stopped editing everything, abundance came. As soon as I stopped editing videos, everything took off. But more so in my life. Now, I want you to ask yourself, are you editing your life out to the extreme. It's okay to edit. Like, I'm a cinematographer, okay? You need to edit sometimes to create a more cinematic effect. But are you editing every single aspect of your life? Like, are you photoshopping your face and feathering your face? And I used to do a lot of that, but then I realized it's okay from time to time. But how we edit our lives is that sometimes we only want to show people what we think they want to see. Okay, because a lot of the times people are so preoccupied with their own stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. They are not thinking of you. They are not thinking of you. They are thinking of like, oh my gosh, I got to pay the rent, right? Goodness gracious, but you're so selfish. You're so self-centered. Okay, you feel that the whole world revolves around you. That was me along my early journey. And I said, it's really, it's just not that serious at all. Okay, so that's the first breakthrough of how to let go and move forward, how to release resistance. Okay, stop editing your life. Live an unedited, organic lifestyle. That's what's helped me along my journey. It might help you, it may not. Depends who you are. What's another breakthrough solution? Number 2, that's helped me along my journey. I'm into control. Are you? I used to be into control in a big way. Now I'm releasing. The universe is like, Ralph, you don't control anything. You really think you're in control? Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm not in control anymore. Okay, I was in control like a few seconds ago. I realize I'm not in control of anything. Externally to me, I can't control if you're going to watch this video or not. I don't even care. Okay? I'm not in control of what you're wearing right now. You go and change it. You change it. I don't control that. We often think we're in control. Sometimes we think we can manipulate certain situations. A lot of the times it happens in relationships. It happens in our interactions. We try and convince people, win them over. I don't really care about even who connects on this channel because I know that the right people will. That's all that matters. And when I started to let go of control, like I can't control how other people perceive me, I realized a secret. The only thing that matters is how I perceive myself. That's the only thing that matters. Like, get a mirror. If you think you are so amazing, I can't control that, baby. You are. You said it. I didn't. Okay? That's a great title. Say I'm amazing every single day, right? I can't control what you do. I don't want to control what you do. And therefore, I release resistance. Okay? Resistance is like this. You're trying to control a situation. When you release it, just relax, okay? If you notice what your body is doing in resistance, a lot of the times we're very tense. You see, resistance doesn't just happen in our minds, it happens in our whole body, okay? A lot of the times I tell people, when I'm in resistance, I see my muscles tightening up because I want to control a situation. When I say, it doesn't even matter, my whole body just relaxes, okay? So what's helped me is to realize I'm not in control. What's another breakthrough solution? Let's talk about number 3. Now, 7-day vegan challenge, okay, how I release resistance is by realizing that just because it tastes great, no, it doesn't taste great, actually, does it? Right? You're like, what is that? But Ralph, you said it's good for you. Do your own research. Hey, I don't like watermelons, but I like papaya and I love mangoes. Now, watermelons are very, very good for you, but I've just never been attracted to watermelons in that kind of way. Like, I love the smell of watermelon, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really like, oh, I got to eat a watermelon today. Okay, so I don't eat watermelons, and that's fine. Like a lot of us, we're putting things in our mouth that shouldn't be there. A lot of us, we're eating foods, we're in resistance to it, but we say, well, it's healthy. That's fine. But once again, it's not just about what you're consuming, it's about how you feel when you are consuming what you are eating. Slow motion that side. So what do I do instead? I just buy loads of strawberries. Okay, but hey, go with what works for you. Let's talk about another breakthrough solution that's helped me along my journey. Now, if we talk about number 4, you see, when we talk of resistance, a lot of us don't realize how much resistance governs our life. Okay? There are so many ways we are in resistance we don't even know. I'll give you an example. Along my early journey, I wanted it real bad. I wanted to make it. I was tired of living the routine life. I said enough's enough. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be like those people, okay, who appear to be more successful. I wanted it. What do you want, Ralph? I don't know. I just want it. I want the good life. Now, what happened? Resistance makes stronger. Resistance makes stronger, okay? So what happened? I realized this secret. We don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. Because I wanted it so bad, it just wasn't happening. I was still working in a shoddy job, not satisfied, still struggling, using a lot of force, getting very little back in return. So what happened? I started to realize if I want to attract something, I've got to start embodying that same frequency I want. Slow motion that side. On a practical level, how did I do this? I said, okay, I want the good life. Right now, I don't feel I have the good life because I'm not working in a job I'm happy with. I don't really connect with a lot of people that great. I'm not doing what I love. But what I can change within myself, key word, is I can actually keep my back straight, right? And then bring more confidence. Automatically, I feel better. Like I feel worthy. Okay? And then I started to realize that I was on that same frequency as those people on the good life. And those people is just an illusion in your mind because you are in a league of your own. Competition is the greatest illusion ever created. We'll come to that later. So I started to realize that I don't need to want anymore. I don't have to want. And the moment I stopped wanting, everything came to me. Goodness gracious, why does that happen? Nobody knows, not even the cat down the road. Okay? It's what I call the carefree lifestyle. Now, let's talk about money. I used to want lots of money, and I used to not get a lot of money. Nowadays, I don't even care about money. I don't care about money, but it comes in abundance. What is the secret? Once again, we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are, the frequency we are resonating with. So I have a concept called magic money, and I always attract it because money is based on your energetic vibration, your energetic bank balance. I feel amazing every single day. When I'm in nature, how can I not be? Therefore, positive emotions increase your energetic bank balance. Therefore, some of the people who have so-called no money in their bank account are richer than people with lots of money in their bank account. Certain people with lots of money in their bank account may be very depressed and miserable. And certain people have both, right? That's probably the ideal life. Like I have both. Internal happiness, high bank balance, internal bank balance, and outer bank balance. Look, it starts like that. You have to start embodying the frequency you desire to attract into your life. Now, I know we're trying to package ourselves for people. I was along my early journey. I said, okay, I gotta make a video which is like under 3 minutes. Why? Because, well, I want people to watch the video. Resistance makes stronger. Nowadays, once again, I don't need people to watch these videos because once again, I've connected with so many people and so many people know about infinite waters, millions of people, that we're good. Every day is abundant, baby. But when I was first starting, there was a lot of resistance because I was trying to package something. I wasn't being who I was 100%. So what happened? I was trying to make people laugh. See, I just did that. It's just fun. You got to be yourself, baby, right? I was trying to make people laugh. I was trying to do this, cartwheels and stuff, because I was trying to make it. See, when you have nothing, you're trying to do everything. When you feel you have everything, you don't have to do nothing. Can I get a hello? There. Let me repeat that. When you have nothing, you feel you have to do everything. When you have everything, you don't have to do anything. Now, the fifth breakthrough solution that helped me along my journey to release resistance, because resistance makes stronger, is to, yes, you don't have to cater to the crowd. You aren't a gladiator in an arena. Okay, you've got to start catering to yourself. A lot of people say, respect me. Put some respect on my name. Look, you got to respect yourself, baby. People say they don't treat me right. They don't respect me. Nothing is ever as personal as you think. You got to start respecting yourself. You got to start cultivating the love within. Now, a lot of the times, along my earlier journey, I used to try and convince people, like even say, okay, this is how the universe works and this is the right God and da-da-da-da. What are we talking about? Like, you're going back and forth. We're arguing right now. So the sixth breakthrough solution is to say, hey, we don't need to argue about it. That's a great way to release resistance. Okay, resistance is created because we are trying to convince people, because we're not secure about what we believe in, what we know about. Once you're secure and once you know what you know about, you don't have to argue with people. Okay, we can we can agree to disagree, baby. We don't even have to do that. Like, you go your way, I go mine, and we'll just have a beautiful day. Okay, so you don't have to argue. That releases resistance. Okay, and also you want leaves to be going like this, and don't worry about it. It's part of the cinematic effect. Okay, let's talk about number 7. Now, how I release resistance is always reminding myself that you got to move out of your comfort zone. You see, a lot of us, we got a massive block and we're in heaps of resistance to going to new places. I was for a long time. You know, I thought along my journey that I was in the best place ever, that there was no other place that would make me more happy than where I am right now, sitting on, where am I sitting, by the way? Or standing, where am I standing, by the way? I just thought it was the bomb, right? It was so amazing until I got on a plane, right? I've traveled to over 30 different countries. Okay, I've been to nearly every continent on the planet. I've been to a lot of places. And I realized that by being open to new experiences, the resistance subsides. Okay, a lot of us, we create a lot of resistance because we are closed off to new experiences. Therefore, we stunt our own growth. So what helped me along my journey was just say, hey, hop on a plane and don't look back. Say it again, Ralph. Hop on a plane, yeah, and don't look back. Now, it happens like this. A lot of the times we go through life and we are really afraid, okay, to show the world who we really are. Why? We suppress a lot of emotions. Okay, we try and put on this very hard shell like, I'm Mr. Strong, I'm Mrs. Strong. We try and be so hard and we create so much resistance. So what helped me along my journey was to really become more vulnerable. See, that's the paradox of releasing resistance. Like, the more vulnerable you are, the more you release resistance, because you aren't suppressing emotions. Okay, you're actually opening up yourself. You're actually becoming more transparent, more honest. And you find, what I found is that when I started to share with the world, I was releasing resistance. I talked about my panic attacks. Okay, I'm not afraid of talking about that, but it feels so amazing. inside. That's a breakthrough solution, okay? Stop suppressing emotions to release resistance. Now, we can talk about relationships for a second. Does the shoe fit? Have you ever tried to get someone to fall in love with you and it's just not happening? It's what I call the Cinderella effect, baby. The shoe doesn't fit, but you're trying to force it. Once again, lots of force. It's just not happening, is it? Little force, it's happening. A lot of the times, even I've seen along my journey, sometimes we always want the people who aren't meant for us. Why does that happen? Why do we want the people who aren't meant for us? Sometimes a lot of women, they want guys who aren't even interested in them. Sometimes guys want the same. You've got to know your true worth of realizing you don't have to do anything to attract the right people. I don't, right? Every single day I get approached, I get stopped, because the right people will find you. Okay, so, hey, don't worry about trying to get your foot inside. It should always be a perfect fit. That's how to release resistance, how to let go and move on. Okay? And a lot of people say, it shouldn't have happened. I could have done this. I would have changed that whole situation. If only wait a minute. You want to release resistance. What's helped me along my journey is to say, forget the shoulda, coulda. These don't matter, okay? The only thing that matters is what is happening right now, this beautiful, magical moment, okay? And that's what releases resistance. Stop trying to control the past. Through our thoughts, we're overthinking. We create a lot of resistance, what I call energetic blocks. That's why a lot of people, they're eating great, but once again, they're not in optimal health because they've still got past unresolved issues. I am as free, as light as a bird, because this is what I deal with as a psychologist, as a counselor, as an infinite being. I'm always looking for the hacks, the solutions. So I always realize that if I'm holding on to the past, I'm in resistance. If I can let go of the past and say, okay, the past is the past. Today's a new day, baby. It feels so good to be alive. Can I get a hello there? I automatically release resistance. Have a beautiful day, baby. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. We're out here. Infinite waters. Diving deep. Once again, stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You.